Hi, I'm LaRocco, author of Thriving in the New Economy and senior talent producer at CNBC, and you're watching MarketHeist.com.
Well, since the financial crisis and the recession, I'm sure a lot of individuals and small business owners have gone more interested about our country's financial situation where they weren't before. So, what would you tell these folks who are just trying to get caught up with the situation? Because what you were saying before about common sense, that comes with experience too. And you're reading and you're talking to these people every day, or at least watching news and reading stuff. So I'm sure a lot of people didn't do that until '06, '07. How would you recommend these people either watch your show or like you said, read the news to get their common sense more up to speed?
CNBC is a great tool, and I'm not just touting that because it's my network, but we are the worldwide leader in business news for a reason because we do get that big wide gap between like Main Street and of course the corporate executives. Squawk Box, I like working on that because we infuse pop culture with with business, because let's face it, business news can be pretty dry and boring,
Right,
and
right.
you've got to pump it up a little bit, or you're going to be snoozing.
Yeah,
So you've got to find what's best for you. I mean, there are a lot of websites out there that are designed to help people. I read like Drudge Report because Drudge is very good in terms of infusing financials with politics, because now more than ever the two have intersected,
hmm
and
hmm
you really have to be up to date, and you've got to just be like, read the Wall Street Journal, watch Squawk Box, watch CNBC, even if it's for a few minutes.
right.
uh, Go on the various .coms and just kind of enlighten yourself, because you really have to be in tune with what's going on right now. When you look at the here and now with the volatility in the markets, that's all based on emotion. Emotions is what generates the volatility. So you have to kind of break out of that emotion and look ahead. And it's very difficult to do that, but you have to. So what you just need to do is you just have to arm yourself, because you don't want to knock yourself. Even though you may not read the Wall Street Journal every day, you might not understand all the articles, say in Barron's or in the Financial Times. But there'll be some things in there that you can, understand. And don't put yourself down, because you know what? It really is just common sense in terms of listening to your gut, and you can't make fast money.
Right.
And
And
if
like you
it's something,
said, people owe it to themselves to learn about these things because it is their own welfare that they're either helping or they're letting go, whether how much time they spend on this. Yeah, it's we're not in school anymore, but in some ways that's more important because we're only dependent on ourselves to make the right decision, understand what's going on. And if the world's complicated, then you have to spend more time understanding it.
exactly. But but also, it's ever since the fall of Bear Stearns and Lehman, we have found the hard way that the world is interconnected.
Yeah.
So, and that all the pieces, as we saw, the root of what happened was real estate. So, like, look in your area, and and when you look at housing starts, and you look at the homes that are for sale, and you see right now with the real estate and the real estate market, things have not gotten that much better.
No.
So you have to wonder, okay, how is that going to impact X? The job situation. For me, I always look at jobs as like the fundamental basis of the economy, because if you don't have a job, you're not going to spend money.
Right.
So it kind of just all infuses itself. It's like you're on a hamster wheel.
hmm
So, look at certain indicators and then just apply it to yourself. Talk to your friends.
Yes.
Like if you go to a Best Buy, are people buying all the big HD televisions right now?
hmm
It's things like that. You just have to kind of take it all in and then process it to yourself and see, where do you want to go from here.
Lorianne, let me ask you this. Have you always been interested in finance and business, or where did you start off from? And how did you get to know so much now? You know?
Well, it's funny. I was actually in local news. I was an anchor and reporter an assignment editor in local news. I worked all over the country for 7 years. And I got my first taste of business news when a local businessman in Orlando wanted to start a business show from scratch. And I was doing investigative producing for the ABC affiliate in Orlando, WFTV, and assignment editor. And I really liked, creating programming. And my husband said, "Why don't you try it? You could always go back to local news if you don't like it." And I did well. The show did fine. And an agent called me up and said that he had an opportunity for me. And I've been at CNBC now for 10 years. I started as Maria Bartiromo's segment producer on Market Week, where I booked CEOs that never came on. I was the first person to book for Maria Raymond of Exxon Mobil.
Wow.
And and he had such a great time with Maria that for years, as you saw, on CNBC, that they developed such a wonderful relationship that Lee kept on coming on with Maria. So I have learned as I've gone. I mean, I have a double major in mass media communications and broadcast journalism. I never took an economics class. So you're talking to somebody how to work, I worked my way into it, and I've learned as I've gone.
Yeah, it's all about staying focused and trying to understand what's happening around you, right?
Exactly. And if you have a passion for something and you enjoy it, you'll excel at it. And I'm a testament to anybody that, I learned my way through the economy and everything else. So if I can do it, anybody can.